Hello, and welcome to the episode about challenges of dog ownership. While I was researching this topic, I identified several challenges that I'd like to talk about, 10 to be exact. I went back and forth all over the place. So, the result? A personal debate. See for yourself. Please welcome Felicia Fido. Please welcome Matilda Mad Dog. It's Mad. Call me Mad. Mad it is. We have 9 challenges to discuss, ladies. Actually, there are 10. I'm going to do the last one by myself, and so I hope you guys will stay till the end to see that one. That's a little bit special to me. All right, here we go. The first challenge to dog ownership says that training can take longer than you think. Let's start with you, Mad. Do you agree with that statement? Whoever said that is absolutely stupid. Everybody knows that you're going to train a dog forever. Forever. You're going to teach him how to do something, and then you're going to get ready to teach him how to do something else, but you're going to have to go back and remember and review what you've already taught them. Training a dog is for life. For life. Yes, ma'am. How about you, Felicia? Do you think training a dog takes longer than one might expect before getting a dog? Most deaf, Jenny, and Miss Mad is right too. Isn't it wonderful? Wonderful? Totes! You and your dog get to spend years together practicing everything you learn and everything that you're going to learn. And when you made those episodes on mental stimulation, oh my gosh, my dog and I had so much fun. Like, I saved all my toilet paper rolls when I was done with them, and we did that activity. And don't get me started on the Kong. Yeah, Jenny, don't get her started. Well, you have the floor, Felicia. Let's move on to our second challenge statement. It says that having a dog is like having a small child in the house. So, like having dogs in your home is very much like having children. But you give them a safe space in your house, like a crate, and you teach them your expectations and then enjoy. Your thoughts on this one, Mad? Sunny side up's right. You best keep up with what a dog's into, because when you hear that crash, it's too late. But then when they get quiet, that's when things are really about to go down. Yeah, it's kind of like having a kid in the house, isn't it? I must say, you both make really good points. How about statement number 3? Dogs are exhausting, they're demanding, and they will tire you out. Felicia? You must have accidentally misread that one, Miss Jenny, because I, for one, don't want to get all fat and lazy, right? So, like, if I get carried away and lose track of time, if I'm scrolling through my phone and posting selfies of my baby and me, she reminds me. And so we get dressed, we get on our matching ensembles, we take potty breaks, we walk around the neighborhood. Do you like dye Poo-Poo's hair? It's Lulu, and no, it's not like she's bougie or anything, Miss Mad. Oh, I see. My turn? If you're finished, Felicia. Okay. Let us know what you think about the statement or the challenge that says dogs are demanding and they will tire you out. Yeah, they'll wear you out. They'll wear you out. But they're worth it. Did she just say they're worth it? That's what I heard. Moving on. The 4th dog ownership challenge says that wading through expert advice on what's best can be challenging. Experts will have conflicting opinions sometimes on what to feed, when to spay or neuter, when a new batch of puppies is ready to go home. Oh my gosh, this is a big one in my circle. So like when you have your breeder's contract, they make you sign saying that you won't breed your puppy until they're a certain age, right? Okay, well then you go to the vet. And the vet's like, we can spay or neuter whenever you're ready. And you're confused at that point because both of them seem to be making quite a bit of sense. But one thing I know for sure, being confused or challenged by different opinions does not discourage me from having a dog. I, for one, will do my research. And then it doesn't mean that that challenge is going to overwhelm me or discourage me. You know, this one is a challenge, and it makes me scared. I don't want my dog to get cancer because I spayed her too early, or if I don't spay her, some boy dog gets all horny and attacks her when I take her outside to go pee. And then, Jenny, I read that golden retrievers back in the 1970s, they lived to be like 16 or 17 years old. And today, they're the third most popular breed. According to the AKC, they figure that out by registrations. So they're the third most popular breed at the AKC, but they're 60% most likely to get cancer. It's just, it's scary. It's confusing. You don't know what to do and you don't know what to do. Oh, and then there's the flea and tick preventatives and treatments and heartworms. There's so many things and so many opinions, and you can even get vets to say total opposite things from one another, and nutritionists and breeders, and it's overwhelming and it's confusion. Next question, Jenny. I concur, Matt. The next challenge statement: dogs can challenge your patience. It's my turn, right? After you. Dogs bark at the mail carriers, the people that pick up the trash. I mean, if that's testing my patience, I'm good. Yeah, like my favorite one is like when I'm trying to get dressed, I'm getting dressed to go somewhere. Okay, so I've got some, clean work clothes on, and my boy will come up to me and touch my clothes with his nose and leave that little snot snail trail on there. So he does the same thing where he whimpers or he barks, and it's like, "Row!" And then by the time you look over at him, he closes his mouth and looks at you like, that wasn't me. Who did that? It's the sweetest thing you've ever seen. I just want to make sure that I gave you both the opportunity to weigh in. The challenge statement was, dogs can test your patience. In case I wasn't clear, that's another one of those stupid challenge statements. Test your patience? My coffee maker tests my patience. Moving on to the sixth challenge of dog ownership. This one says that making food decisions can be stressful or challenging. My turn to go first, and my response is, duh. Weigh your options, choose something, make a choice, try it out. If it doesn't work, gotcha, Jenny. Watch Jenny's episode on how to change food from one kind to another. Back to you, Hollywood. Hollywood? Oh gosh, I can see where food decisions could be challenging because, like, my brother's neighbor's friend free feeds their dog, and he's a big dog. Well, I mean, he wasn't a big dog until they started free feeding him, but like maybe he is like this German shepherd, German short hair. He's German dog. He's a dog breed that's German, and so You know, a lot of people, maybe she should feed him that food that's made for the different breeds. Of course, I'm assuming that they make it for that German dog breed. Anyway, well, you know, a lot of people, a lot of dogs are picking to go with the raw stuff. But I read that like one day you feed them the raw from a certain type of vitamins and stuff, and then on another day you do another kind. It can be confusing. Here's one we could certainly debate. The 7th challenge says vet bills can add up quickly. Oh, me first on this one, okay? So like my friend, she told me to get pet insurance, so I did. And you know, everything was really kind of normal at first. It was like stuff for teeth cleaning and all the regular stuff and some tests and things. But then one day my dog, she ate a sock. You better believe my pet insurance paid for itself that day. So if you don't want to have to pay really high vet bills, maybe you should do what I did and get pet insurance. It's not that bad. Yeah, I thought that way too. And then my dog got older and the insurance became more expensive. So it's like, no matter how you look at it, the vet bills are going to add up at some point. It is a challenge, but it's something to think about. Like there's this thing called a budget. You can know that it's coming and plan ahead for it, or plan for an emergency. I'd like to weigh in on this 8th challenge statement. It says it can be challenging to speak your dog's language. I know someone whose dog was hovering over a family member. This person didn't feel well, and the family member said to the others around, "Would you please get the dog off of me? I'm not feeling well right now." So he goes to the doctor the next day and finds out that his blood pressure was extremely high, almost to the point of being checked into the hospital. And what the takeaway is here is that precious dog was trying to alert, my person is sick and needs help. So being able to key in to what our dogs are trying to say can be a challenge. So what do you think about this comment or this challenge, Felicia? That was an amazing story, Jenny. I don't have anything to add to that, but I am going to start paying more attention to see what my dog is trying to say to me. Speaking your dog's language. Well, it's not really that hard if you stop and think about it. Pay attention to your dog. So like ours is really, really afraid of thunderstorms. So this one night we go to bed, we're in the middle of the night, he just goes off. And we're thinking it's because it's thundering and lightning outside. And so we're like, be quiet, go to sleep, it's okay. We woke up the next morning, turned on the news, and like less than a mile from us in multiple directions, what used to be houses was now rubble. There were tornadoes, multiple tornadoes all around us that night. And now, that's a wake-up call. We're paying attention. If they're really, really persistent and we think that we've ticked all the boxes for what might be going on, like do they need to go outside and potty? Could it be they're afraid of a thunderstorm? Now we pay attention. So understanding our dog's language, it's a challenge, but that one wake-up call for us said it's a challenge that could save our life and maybe theirs, and who knows. But yeah, speaking your dog's language, it's a thing. Thank you. And you may be right about that, Mad. Okay, so here's the 9th challenge to dog ownership. This one says you have to schedule your life around your dog. Does that resonate with you, Felicia? Oh, it totally does. I thought about this before I got my dog, so I made it a point to get to know neighbors and their dogs while they were out walking. Then when I got my dog, we were already friends. And so if one of us is running late, we can go to each other's house and let their dogs out for a potty or feed them for each other. Even when I'm working from home or one of them's working from home, sometimes we call each other up and ask if they can bring their dog to our house so that we can work, the dogs can play, and then everybody's happy at the end of the day. Scheduling your life around a dog. I like what Little Miss Sunshine said. You know, I was thinking about these episodes and this episode and these challenges, Jenny, and I think it's a really good episode. Challenges, I see what you're doing here. You're like, this is a challenge, and this is maybe why you shouldn't get a dog. But then if you really want one, you think about the challenges ahead of time. Isn't that what you're trying to do here? I'm on to you. And then when you get the dog and this stuff comes up, it's not a big deal. They might not end up in a shelter after all. So I hope your people tune in and watch this episode all the way to the end. Maybe we can keep some of these dogs out of the shelters. Mad out. Wow. Well said, ladies. So I mentioned at the beginning that there is a 10th challenge that I wanted to do on my own. This one's near and dear to my heart. Here it is. It's about making end-of-life decisions for a dog. Yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of when my husband and I had to say goodbye to our precious golden retriever, Adam. He had turned 7 years old 2 weeks earlier, and then we knew he didn't feel well, and all of a sudden, less than 2 weeks later, our boy was gone. Not 2 years before that, my son came home from boot camp just in time to say goodbye to another dog of ours. That was Marley. So when this came up with Adam, I, for one, was definitely not that you're ever ready, but I was still, the scab hadn't grown yet over losing Marley. And not long before that, we lost a golden Roxanne. Not long before that, Molly and Fender, and it goes back, and all these dogs, like within 15 years. It's really hard to say goodbye to them, but here's the challenge and what I wanted to share with you about it. I kind of have a friend that's sort of a new friend, and we were talking about dogs. I mean, of course, if it's me. But she said that they had a dog in their family that they lost. They had to have the dog put to sleep. And she said, I am never going to do that again. We're not getting another dog. We took her to the vet. We dropped her off. We couldn't deal with it. And that's it for us. We're done. And I don't make it sound nice, but this is one of the most loving and sweet and nurturing people that I know. But I understand where she's coming from. It is hard. It's awful to have to let a dog go. But think about it this way. Please consider this. It's a challenge. It sucks. But the side of this that I would call a blessing, you guys, we have distractions in our lives. We've got jobs. We've got chores, we've got friends, a lot of things to distract us throughout our lives. But think about our dogs. We are their everything. They're everything. And when when the end of their lives come, they want us. We are the love of their lives. They feel secure with us. And to hand them over in a sterile environment to somebody they don't know, it's just kind of hard for me to imagine sending one of mine out like that. I'm not going to tell you that I haven't done it before, but this new perspective is this isn't about me. This is about my dog or even my cat, any pet that has loved you devotedly for their life. So all I'm asking is that you consider going with them, holding them in your arms, telling them you're going to miss them, but it's okay. They can go now. And that's a challenge, but it is such a blessing to know that they were in your arms to the last beat of their heart. That's it for me. That's it for our challenges and you getting to see my conflicting personas on some of these challenges. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'm Jenny from Big Dog TV and Big Dog Magazine. Until next time.